All right, everyone. So this is keep, bench, or so. Let's go. Right, Declan, obviously a legend, England legend, I think, legend for our club. One of our most important players. So obviously we've got to keep him. Right. Raheem, didn't really work out for him. So I suppose, I don't think we can sell him because he's on loan, so he's probably going to go back to Chelsea. We wish him good luck and thank him for his contribution. Jakob, now I would keep Jakob. I thought he'd done incredibly well when Gabriel M2 was unfortunately injured. So yeah, Jakob, outstanding season, done well, keep him. Gabriel M2 could have been and maybe would have been one of our players of the season if he didn't get injured, but along with Declan and Jakob to a certain extent, a very important member of our team and a fantastic part of our defence with William, the best two defenders in Europe, if not the world in my opinion. So obviously keep Gabriel M2. Mikel, now it's interesting with Mikel because I should say, because I thought he played very, very well when he came in, scored a lot of goals. He's not a striker, played up front, you know, and people were even criticising him. We mustn't forget that he did get injured. Gabriel M2, funny enough, fell on him, and he had a pre-season, but he done really, really well. So another important part of the member had a good season, pops in, I think so. Keep. Miles. Miles, one of our young players, came in, was in the youth team, so it's very surreal watching him in youth team and watching him first in the first team. Fantastic end to his debut season, and obviously one for now and the future. So Miles, outstanding, obviously keep. Oh, Pedro Neto, well, obviously he only played about one game, you know, he's on loan, so he's with Raheem. He's going to go back to his parent club, so we thank Neto for his contribution. So. Thomas. Now Thomas Partey is an interesting one because unfortunately Thomas has had injury problems and, you know, he hasn't always been fit. But I think last season he was absolutely outstanding, and I would definitely, if I was Mikel and the board, offer Thomas at least a 2-year contract and keep him. I thought he was absolutely brilliant, and hopefully can do the same for us again next season, hopefully. So Thomas, keep. Martin, our captain, got injured, you know, and didn't play as well as he can, but I thought the stick and the criticism he was getting was very unwarranted, because I think he's been outstanding for us, and anybody can go through a loss of form. Football, as passionate as we are and as important as it is to us, it's just a little part of life, and we must never forget, however much the players earn, they are only human and things can happen. But yeah, our captain, I'll still keep him as captain, a very important member of our team. So yes, Martin, 100% keep. Nuno, now this is interesting. Nuno Tavares. I did like Nuno when he came in. I don't think he's a fullback, I think he's more of a forward. He's been on loan and, well, he's done a good job, but I'm not even sure. I don't know, I would, if I'm honest, I still like him. I think he can be good cover. So I'd say bench Nuno. Bukayo, our star boy, even though he's a big man, obviously, unfortunately got injured along with Martin, and that obviously disrupted our season, but you know, hopefully we'll be fit next season and stay injury free. Fantastic season again, even with injuries, with the numbers, the assists and the goals. And obviously, like Martin and other players, the humility and the way he's a fantastic ambassador for our football club. You know, Bukayo, obviously keep 100%. Kai, now this is interesting. because Kai was another player who unfortunately got injured, you know, but still scored a lot of goals. He's not a striker, you know, played as one. And I thought was good, you know. Got a bit of unwarranted and unfair stick, but I like Kai, and I definitely would keep Kai as a fantastic option, assuming we get a number 9. But yeah, Kai, keep 100%, because I think he can do a fantastic job for us, and I think along with all the other players will be a very important player for us. So Kai, definitely keep. Ethan, another fantastic player who came, I should have said, like Bukayo and Miles, from a fantastic, worldwide known Hale End Academy, and another debut breakthrough season. Absolutely fantastic, another fantastic ambassador for the club. Very humble, you know, brilliant, and you know, fantastic. Scored fantastic goals, you know. I mean, had fantastic goals to ratio, you know, very, very good. And then we're looking to be kicking on and get a regular place in the team and play more games. But Ethan, fantastic. Hopefully more to come along with Miles. Yeah, keep Ethan, definitely. Albert. Now Albert is interesting because from what I understand, unless I've heard it wrong, we've actually extended his contract, but he's on loan. I think I'd still keep Albert. He'd probably be on the bench, but I'd keep him as cover and give him some games in the Carabao Cup, which, you know, players like Ethan, I don't know about Miles because Miles is different, you know, position. But Albert, yeah, if we've extended his contract, I'd keep him on the bench, but yeah. I'd want him as cover. I still think Albert can do a job for us, you know, because it's going to be another long season, and we're going to need next season. We're going to need everybody. So I'd bench Albert. Gabriel J now unfortunately got injured, and before he got injured, he was on a hot goal scoring streak, you know. So it's a shame because we missed him along with Kai for the rest of the season. But I think Gabriel J is very, very talented, very technical. Would obviously like to score more goals with a hot scoring streak, so I think he's another important part of the team next season, hopefully if he can stay fit. And I would keep Gabriel J, definitely. So Gabriel J, I'd keep. Takehiro. Now Takehiro is an interesting one because I think Takehiro is absolutely outstanding. A fantastic fullback who could play centre back and even play in the forward line. But the thing is, Takehiro has the same problem Thomas has. Thomas did have, in the fact that he seemed to be injury prone. But to me, I would keep Takehiro, so I'd put him in the keep thing. But to keep Takehiro, he must be fit, because if not, then we can't. But I think Takehiro is a very outstanding, fantastic player, fitting in well to the Premier League, you know, fitting in well to live in England, you know, and a fully fledged Japan international. So I'd keep Takehiro, but the premise is he's got to be fit, because that's why we're hopefully keeping Thomas. So yeah, keep Takehiro. Leandro. Now Leandro is interesting because I would like to keep Leandro, but the rumours are, and I say rumours because we never ever know, the only people that know are the players, the club, and Mikel and the board. What's happening is that we've offered him a 4-year contract, but he's stalling on signing it. I would like to keep Takehiro, of course, but Leandro. I would like to keep him, you know, but if he wants to leave, I can understand that. I like Leandro, scores a lot of goals, fantastic finisher. Maybe would be used more as an impact player. He would get a lot of minutes, but he'd probably want more. You know, maybe wants more game time. But listen, I'd keep Takehiro. He'd probably be on the bench, but I'd keep Takeru. David goes without saying. Fantastic player, fantastic goalkeeper, has retained his Golden Glove for the 3rd season in a row, I think this is, tied with Matt Sells, and probably would have beaten Matt Sells in Nottingham Forest if we didn't concede a goal at Southampton. So yeah, David, outstanding goalkeeper, one of the best goalkeepers in Europe, you know. Yeah, it goes without saying, I'd keep David. William, another soon-to-be legend, if not already, unbelievable defender along with Gabriel M2, one of the most incredible defenders in Europe I've been fortunate to see at our football club. And the thing is, what him and Gabriel M2 do, and I would give Gabriel M2 enough credit, is the fact that they make defending look easy, and it isn't. The way William is with the ball, you know, it's incredible to see somebody defend so nonchalantly, effortlessly, and so fantastically well. It's like he's just strolling around, you know, and it's not easy, you know, because I've seen him and Gabriel M2 lock up in football terms a lot of strikers. So William, it goes without saying that obviously comes me after him, and you can understand that because if you've got the best, well, other teams want to buy the best, you know. But as long as we're winning games, which, well, we're winning trophies, which hopefully we will do. We should have. I think William will be fine. He's very, very happy in London, very happy at the club, and we have to remember he's the fantastic advert for a loan spell, because I've 3 loan spells and look at it now, incredible. So William, goes without saying, keep definitely 100%. Very important part of the season, along with David next season. So I'll put him with his defensive partner. Gabriel M2. Ricardo. Now Ricardo is interesting because he started with an incredible goal. I was lucky enough to be there at the Etihad when we drew Manchester City, and I said we should have beaten them. When he scored an incredible goal from about 20, I think it was 20 yards, something set up by Gabriel M1, you know, quickly take a free kick. And you know, I think he scored the win against Wolves as well when we went down to 10 men when Miles was wrongly sent off. But I think with Ricardo, he hasn't had, he would have wanted more game time, and obviously he's been injured as well. So what we would want him to be is to have more games. Obviously Miles is there, you know, and be competing for in the defence with Miles. But listen, if Ricardo can stay fit, and I don't see reason why he can't because he's only a very young man, then keep Ricardo. I think fantastic defensive and especially attacking option, and I think another important part of our team next season. So yeah, Ricardo, keep, absolutely. Alexander. Now this is interesting because to me, I would keep Alexander because I think he's very, very a talented player. Maybe not getting the game time as he would like to, you know, but scored some fantastic goals, brings a lot of experience, you know, and obviously is a winner along with Gabriel J and knows what it's like to win. So I can understand if he wanted to move on, but I would keep Alexander as an option on the bench, you know, if we need to change it, or in the Carabao Cup to give us a lot of experience. But listen, I like Alexander. I think he's been fantastic for the club. I think he's fantastic in the dressing room and a big player to look up to for the younger pros. So yeah, I'd bench Alexander. Reece. Now Reece, to me, is still a very good player, but has not had the game time he wants, you know, and I think he's leaving. So I'd obviously want to keep him, but I'd have to say so because I think he's leaving at the end of the season to Fulham. Can he stay injury free? I hope so, you know, because I think Emil has at Fulham, you know. But it's not even about injury free. Sorry, that's Emil. No, Reece hasn't been injured. He just hasn't had the game time, and he's been very, very patient. He just hasn't worked for him, and it's a shame really because he came from our head academy as well. And I like Reece, very humble young man as well. Another great ambassador for the club. But I would obviously like to keep him, but I do think he's going to Fulham. So say thank you to if he does leave for all his contribution. But he'd have to go, unfortunately. Ben, another fantastic ambassador, brilliant player. Has had his injury problems as well, but I don't see no problem with him. You know, another important part player. It seems like I'm saying the same things, but that's because the players are so outstanding and fantastic pros. I'd keep Ben. You know, he'd be fighting for a place, I think, with Urine. But yeah, I'd keep Ben, and I've got no problem that Ben will stay fit and hopefully injury free along with others. So yeah, Ben, not a problem. Keep Ben. Urine, another fantastic player. Unlucky for him that when he came to us, I think got injured in his first game against Nottingham Forest when he played really, really well. It's funny because in the Community Shield when we beat Manchester City on penalties when Leandro scored an equalising injury time, he was absolutely brilliant. And when he got taken off is when Manchester City scored the goal. So yeah, I like Urine. Hopefully he will stay fit and injury free. Fantastic defender, magnificent going forward as well. Brilliant. Very, very impressed with Urine. Give our defence another dimension. And listen, hopefully stay injury free. But Urine, no problems again. Fantastic player. Definitely keep 100%. Carl. Now, Carl is interesting, and he has been on loan, and I think I don't know if he wants to stay, but I don't know. I want to keep Carl. But then we've got David, we've got Tommy, and apparently we're bringing in a number 2 as well. So is it going to be fair on Carl? Is he going to really get any game time if we bring in a number 2, which I understand we are? If we're not, I would say keep him and put him on the bench, but I don't even think he'll be on the bench because it might be Tommy Setford. So if we get a number 2, I'd say reluctantly sell Carl. And thank you for the contribution. If we bring in number 2. Fabio. Oh, now this is interesting because Fabio, I think, is a fantastic player. You know, I mean, I'll never forget when we beat Brentford 3-0 and he beat David, our now goalkeeper, at Brentford, at the G-Tech as it's now called, of about 20-30 yards with an incredible goal. But we haven't, unfortunately, seen enough game time for Fabio. I mean, a good assist when we beat Aston Villa 4-2. We were winner for Gabriel M1. But I would like to think he could be an option to come off the bench and mix up a bit. You know, he needs more. I would say he needs more game time. You know, but I like Fabio. I'd like to give him a chance because we paid a lot of money for him, and I'd like to give him a chance to show what he can do. But obviously he's going to step up. He's going to have to step up his game. But listen, why not? We'll have a lot of games to play again next season, and we're going to need every single player. So I would like to keep Fabio as an option. Why not? And the last one is Gabriel M1. Gabriel M1, I think another fantastic player, a magnificent winner at Real Madrid. You know, been injured as well. And, you know, just got back to a bit of his best form. I mean, I saw what happened to Gabriel M1 and he scored 15 goals in the season. And I remember we beat Sheffield United 5-0. He took a terrible tackle, a disgraceful tackle from Sheffield United defender, which should have been a red. And he's never been the same. So he's just got back to where he is now. But I think his pace is a massive asset. And I think he's an important player. I mean, look at what he did against Liverpool when he moved to the centre and we drew 2-2. It was his header that brought us back in the game. So yeah, Gabriel M1, very impressed with him. Obviously, he could do more. All the players can do more, but I would definitely keep Gabriel M1 and you know, an important part of the team for next season as well. So I would say keep Gabriel.
You've literally kept everyone. Hold on, wait a minute. You're coming here, right? You even got you got so many doubled up over the thing. Right?
Are you still filming, Ryan?
Huh?
By the way, viewers, I don't know what's happening here. This is the Don. So, obviously, this is his thing.
No, I'm just looking at this, right? So you're keeping Sambi Lokonga, Nuno Tavares, you're keeping all these. Zinchenko.
Well, do you know that we've extended Albert's contract?
Yeah, only because
exactly.
We're going to move him out or can get a value to sell him.
I still think.
You're
it's only Carl. I know Reece is going to leave.
Yeah, these
Carl,
two
Neto,
don't count because you know they're going already.
Raheem.
You know these are going already. And I heard you in there. You're just basically using, they're going already. So otherwise you wouldn't have got rid of anyone, would you?
I have to be honest, isn't it? I have to be honest.
You wouldn't have got rid of anyone, would you? I told people already, right? If it was down to this guy, we'd still have the same team from 1989. Right? We'd have the same team.
With Michael Thomas.
Yeah, we'd probably have Michael Thomas in the team if it was down to you. You don't want to get rid of nobody.
Listen, that can only be me.
For your thing.
What's going on here?
Then it may as well just
Oh, green. Is that?
Yeah, just put
green.
So you just keep the whole of this, right? All of this you're keeping, and these are the four that are good. And these two were on loan anyway, so they didn't even count.
Yeah.
He was out on loan anyway, and so was he.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, yep.
So basically, you're just keeping everyone. Let's be real.
If they're fit. Oh, man. So who would you get?
Wenger.
Yeah. Green for Super Eagles. I can't believe it. Is it? Are we still filming?